today. All right, here we go. Okay. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me today. So this is our advanced class. We're going to start with some Qigong warm-ups, some wellness exercises. Find that comfortable position with your feet. Check in with your knees, then your lower back. Slightly relax down so the hips are level. Fingertips brush the sides of your thighs, letting your shoulders hang down. Head lifted up through the crown of the head like there's a string pulling you from above. Close your eyes for a moment. As you inhale, feel your upper lungs fill, the lower lung, and then the belly. Exhaling, the navel draws towards the spine. And since your eyes are closed, we can start to feel within the body a little bit more. Where is the weight in your feet? Play around with it. Lean forward a little bit so that there's more weight in the ball. Maybe then to the outside or the heels or the arches. And then try to find a position where your whole foot is planted into the ground. So the weight is even on both sides of the heels. It's even on the ball of the foot behind the big toes and the little toes. And we're firmly rooted to the ground, finding that connection to the earth while lifting through to the heavens. And then let's inhale and lift the arms up overhead. Exhaling, palms wash down in front of the body. So move at your own pace, rotating the arms. Keep those shoulders down and then bend at the elbows. Nice. So keeping those shoulders nice and low, even if we keep the arms wide and then just bend the arms. We're kind of finding more of a range of motion. Connecting the breath with the movement. Let's do one more. Nice. Inhale, lift the arms up. Take a few deep breaths here. If you'd like, you can bend into your knees a little bit, feeling the legs. Focus in, let your shoulders and elbows hang down. We have a gap between our hands. The fingers have like gaps between our fingers. Relaxing that lower back. If you'd like, you can inhale and draw the arms apart. Exhaling, pressing them together. So again, we're focusing in with our body. And as we're here, remember that our knees are in line with our toe direction, so that weight is evenly distributed between our feet. Remember that our back is slightly rounded, so we don't want to be here. Rounding our back, letting our lower back relax, chest sinks in. The legs might be starting to feel just a little bit of a burn. And then we'll lace our fingers, push the palms down as we stand up. Lift the arms up overhead. Bending your elbows slightly. Let your shoulders really relax down. If you like here, sometimes it feels good to lean to the side. Finding length down the rib cage. And do that again, side to side. Staying in connection with our breath. And then open the fingers. Let your arms float down. Bring the arms to the side. Close your eyes for a moment. What changes do you feel in your body? Where can we release any tension? Where can we find more awareness in our body. Then we'll lift our arms up halfway, draw the hands into the chest as we inhale. Exhale, press your palms out. You can hold here or inhale and draw in. Exhale and press out. Personal preference. Some people like to hold. Some like the movement. Either way, fingertips are pointing towards the sky. Elbows are slightly down. We're breathing down to the dantian, to our belly. Inhale, draw in. Exhale, press down, out, and up. One more time. So the fingers aren't laced. Kind of resetting and then dropping the arms down. Nice. So let's make those hook hands, draw the arms up. Rotate them facing up. So all of our fingers touch. And remember here, we don't want the arms high. We want them about shoulder height. So we're stretching under the arm, hitting both sides of the arms here. Focusing in on the breath. Letting our shoulders and elbows hang down. One more deep breath. Release the arms down, and then let's swing them up on an inhale. Exhale, front of the body. Arms return to the side. Closing your eyes one more time. 2 deep breaths. Where do we notice a difference? And then gently fluttering the eyes open and using the legs to lead the waist so that our arms swing from side to side, tapping our lower back, waking up what we call the gateway to life. If you'd like, your head can follow, turning from side to side. But I really want you to focus in on the waist and the legs leading this movement, bringing that into your Tai Chi practice today. And then slowly easing off. Until we come back to center. Now let's move into our hips. So hands on the hips, lower back, sides, totally personal preference. You can let the arms hang. And out and around. A nice circling of the hips. If you'd like, you can take a little bit of a wider stance. So getting the energy flowing through our whole body. Okay, one more this way, and then we'll move the other direction. Two more. Last one, maybe we can kind of even out from side to side. Okay, let's lift the arms up overhead one more time, but this time, arms can go straight forward or out to the side, and let your body hang for a moment. So really relax your head down. The arms are nice and loose. You can wrap your palms around your elbows if you'd like and sway side to side. You can bend your knees slightly to bring your torso closer to your thighs. But we just want to find a release. Not just about our legs, also about our lower back. And then on an inhale, We'll slowly come up, rolling back the shoulders. And then if you'd like, you can shake just ever so gently, or just shake out the limbs, or just move in any way that feels good for a moment. Okay. All right. So let's practice from prepare all the way through to raise hands and step forward. So today's class is going to focus on white crane. Okay. So we're going to practice twice. This is your opportunity to focus in and see if you have any questions on what we've been working on so far. The first time I'll provide a lot of cues. The next time, not as many, because I want you to try and build an at-home practice, right? So I want you to try and focus in and see what you can do without hearing my voice the whole time. So let's start and prepare. I always turn so we can face the same direction, move in the same way. So prepare is just our Qigong stand. Taking a deep breath, let your shoulders hang down, lift through the crown of your head, relax your lower back. And then rotate your palms and lift your arms up to shoulder height and shoulder width for opening. The upper arms go down, then the forearms and the palms until they sit in front of your hips. Shift your weight to the left so you can turn on your right heel. Reaching your right arm out in front, left arm bends, step to 12 o'clock. Pressing down and lifting up with the left arm, looking to 3 o'clock. Shift some weight back so you can turn on your left heel, leg, waist, arms, turn. Rotate both arms to show grabbing. Bending your right arm underneath, draw your right foot in and step to 3 o'clock. Hinge the right arm up, press down with the left palm, ward off right. Rotate both arms to the corner direction. Left palm faces up, right palm seated. Shift your weight back, turning from your waist, roll back. Touch your left palm to the center of your right forearm. Expand up and out for press. Open both arms, palms facing down. Pull back, come back over a ball, sit up the palms, and then push up and out. Single whip, flatten the arms. Show pulling with the left arm first. Waist leads the movement. Show turning. Pressing down, fingertips point together. Relax the left foot. Arms to the rear corner. Make a hook. Turn over the left palm. Step wide enough. Show block and strike. Raise hands and step forward. Shift back and turn. Open up the hook as we shift our weight. Pick up. Touch with the heel 30% of the weight as we close the arms. Raise hands and step forward. Okay. Oh, good stance. All right. Let's do it one more time. So not as much talking. Prepare. Opening. Rotate and lift. Pressing down. Ward off left. Reaching out with the right arm. Step to 12 o'clock and then turn. Ward off right, shift back and turn. Rotate, close, and step. Roll back. Rotate the arms first, and then shift back. Press, fan out, and push. Over the ball, like you're pushing something heavy. Single whip. Flatten the arms and turn. Rotate on your right heel as far as you can. Press down. Make a hook. Step wide enough. And strike. Torso's vertical. Raise hands, shift back and turn. Open the hook. Empty stance on the heel. Okay. How are we doing? Grab some water if you need it. What questions do we have? If I asked you to do it on your own, could you? Good. Okay. We're getting there. I love the demonstration. That's great. Okay. This is what it's about. It's about building an at-home practice. Okay. So we're feeling pretty solid on everything up until that point. Okay. Do you want to practice one more time? Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's do it. Okay. Prepare. Remember, always take a breath here. This is like our moment to literally prepare for the form. Opening, rotate and lift. Remember, this is setting the pace for our whole sequence. Shifting, turning on the right heel. Now remember, once you sink down, this is your height for the whole form. Step out. Ward off, left. Shift back and turn. Stay at this level as you shift and pick up your right foot and step out to 3 o'clock. Ward off, right. Roll back, rotating, and then shifting back as we turn from our waist. Press, remember, whole hand to the forearm, and then expand out. Open the arms. Remember, shifting back nice and level. Feel that energy coming from your left leg all the way out to your palms. Flatten the arms. Show pulling first. Continue pulling as we rotate. Pressing down, relax your left foot. Make a hook. Step wide enough and strike. Single whip. Shift back, turn. Open up the hook. Step out, empty stance on your heel to 12 o'clock. Raise hands and step forward. Check. I'm going to turn. It's an empty stance on your heel. So we're not here. Remember, weight is back. So if we just shifted a little bit, we could pick up. It's only 30%. Okay? That one's easy to move too far forward. That's why I wanted to check in. One of those things that just kind of becomes habit. We want to try to curb that from the first moment we start practicing. All right. Are we sure there's no questions?
I seem to lose my balance during single whip. I might need
Okay.
a
Which portion of it?
Can I demonstrate? Well, I'll do that at the end of the
Absolutely.
class.
You can demonstrate right now. That would be great. So, yep, from push. Nice turning. Right there. Okay. Yeah, so that part is probably, okay. So there's two reasons a lot of the times why this happens. Once, if we're in push and our stance is not wide enough, if we're on one line, when we turn and pull back, it's going to feel very wobbly from side to side. Okay. So that's the first thing to check is, are we on two lines? Okay. So we want to make sure we're not on one line. We're on two lines so that when we shift back and we turn, remember, we're turning our whole body, our waist, our hips, our legs, okay? There is gonna be a second here where it is gonna be a little bit wobbly when we relax this foot here, but there's a couple of different things that we can do. I'm gonna turn the other direction to make the footwork a little bit clearer because it's hard to see when we go that way, okay? So from here, when we shift back and we turn, if we can't turn all the way, you can pick up your foot and kind of re-step it, or you can turn on your toes. Sometimes turning on your toes makes a little bit too much space, but that's a really hard movement to turn our foot so much. So we can pick up and kind of readjust and then relax the left foot, and that might help. The other thing is our torso direction. If we're shifting back and we're turning and we're just trying to turn our leg and our torso is this direction instead of turning to the direction our foot is, that's going to make us become unbalanced too. Yes. So your left foot actually releases on the toes. Okay. So once we come back and we turn and we're in this pigeon toe stance, your left foot, you lift the heel and relax the foot on the ball of the left foot. Okay. All right, better. So let's do it from push, okay? So let's practice. Let's put it into full practice here, okay? So from push, flatten the arms and shift back. Now remember, nothing really moves. It's just the left arm shows pulling first. Now, leg, waist, arms show pulling. Now relax on your left ball. So lift the left heel and make the hook. Now here it might feel a little unsteady because our feet are kind of on one line. Remember when we pick up, we draw in so we can step wide enough and then strike. Nice. Was it better? Yes. All right. That's why we ask questions. All right. That was a great question. Single whip transition is like one of the hardest transitions besides when we get later on in the form into these fair lady turns that are like these giant openings. Single whip with that turning on your foot as far as it has to turn can be really difficult. And we want to take care of our knees, right? So we want to make sure that our knees are in line when we're making that turn. I've got a knee thing too on that right knee. So I gotcha. And that's why it's so important that when we're turning, we're not just turning our foot, turn your whole leg. Okay, so that if you bent your right knee in this pigeon toe position, your right knee would be completely in line with your foot direction still. Very important. Looked good. All right. Any other questions? All right. So white crane spreads its wings. I'm going to turn 45 degrees so that you can see the full arm movements first, okay? So we start in white crane, and this is just a demo, okay? Some of you were in class on Friday. If so, this will be a review. If not, it's all new. So from raised hands, we're going to show pulling down. We're going to learn how to circle and close and step. Here we're showing a shoulder strike. We're going to draw in and spread our wings. Okay, so some of this movement's going to feel a little bit familiar. Some of it's going to feel new. Let's talk about the footwork first, okay? So we're moving from an empty stance with our right foot forward. So start with your left foot corner direction. Touch with your whole heel of your right foot. Remember here, we're not locked out. We always have a slight bend in our knee. Now shift your weight back and pick up and step. So look at your feet. Both feet should now be to the corner direction, okay? Stay where you are. If I show you directly in front of the camera, okay? When I pick up and I step, Do you see how both of my feet are on the same line going this way? That's very important. Okay, so we step, they're to the same angle and they're on one line. Now we're going to shift our weight to our right. Check in with your knee. Is it in line with your foot direction? Draw your left toes in and then touch with the ball of your foot. So this time, our whole ball of our foot is touching. Our heel is ever so slightly off the ground. There's more bend in our knee. Remember, we're not leaning back. We're always leaning towards our supporting leg. So our butt is over our ankle. Legs should be burning a little bit. Okay. How do we feel about an empty stance? Has anyone done the scale? Has anyone gotten on their scale yet and then tried to do the 30%? Okay. I really encourage this. I know as women, we hate the scales, okay? And for anyone watching on YouTube, I reference women a lot, but there's a lot of women who come to Tai Chi. So I really want you to do this, okay? Get on your scale, do the calculation of what 30% is, and then literally take your scale and put your foot on it, both heel and toe, and see what 30% feels like. You might be surprised, okay? So let's do it again. Left foot is 45 degrees. Remember, it's your whole right heel. We have one line between our feet so that we have each foot on one side of that line, okay? We're touching 30%, not locked. Nice bend. Butt's over the ankle. We're leaning where? Towards our front foot. Okay, shift some of that weight back so you can pick up and step. Shift to your right. Relax your heel of your left foot first. Then draw in and touch ball of your foot. Okay, check in. Enough bend, 30%, leaning towards this front foot. Not back, not to the side, forward. How are we doing? Okay, I know 2 people, maybe 3 were here on Friday with me. Why do we pick up our foot instead of just rotating on our heel? Do we remember? Yes, the ability to step anywhere. Okay, so this is teaching us that from this position, we can step right here, or from this position, I could step back. From this position, I could step forward, right? Okay, this is that ability to change. It's helping us with our balance, right? That's why we do Tai Chi. It's this slow movement of Tai Chi and really focusing on our legs that gives us the stability. So now we know the meaning. Let's talk about our torso direction, okay? So empty stance on the heel. Our torso is open to the corner slightly, okay? We're in raised hands. You're gonna shift back, pick up, and turn. Your torso turns a little bit. Now this portion, when we're shifting our weight, this could actually be a shoulder strike. So we're moving and our torso's turning to straight direction. Then from here, we pick up and we're gonna touch and lean into it slightly. So I want you to experiment with this. Leave your foot where it is. Lean your torso back. Now lean forward more. What just happened to the weight on your feet? Do you feel how that lean affects the amount of weight that is in your front foot? Okay, so it's not doing this, that's that 30%. It's leaning. So if you're really leaning maybe too much, you're gonna have more weight. If you're not leaning enough, there's not gonna be enough weight. We wanna find that 30%. Okay, all right. Any questions on the footwork? Good, all right. I love it, it was a note, it wasn't a question. All right. Okay. So that the footwork is pretty simple, but I really wanted to reinforce that ability to change and our torso leaning from our hips, right? Because this lean comes from our hips. It's this folding that causes it. It's the same thing in raise hands and step forward. It's an empty stance on the heel, but it's that lean that puts that 30% in our foot. Okay. All right, let's talk arms. Okay. So our arms are in raised hands. Okay. Let's talk the right arm first. It's a little bit easier. It's going to show pulling down. Okay. So it's already kind of seated. It's going to sit a little bit more. And now remember, we're using our elbows. So keeping this space in your armpit, bend at your elbow to bring the arm underneath. Yes. So from here, we're pulling down and then we're bending and we're closing our arms. Beautiful. Now from here, I want you to learn how to rotate the whole arm, okay? So the arm's gonna hinge up like ward off right, but I want you to rotate it until it's sitting up in front of you, palm facing out, okay? Now, if you have any sort of shoulder injury, this movement might look more like coming out to the side, okay? I want you to take care of your rotator cuffs, okay? Everyone's different. Maybe it's here, okay? So maybe the difference is you come here and you stop a little bit, okay? Take care of our shoulders, take care of your knees. The main thing is the meaning. From here, this would be someone punching towards us, and we would lift, and that punch would connect with our forearm, and it would go up and over our head. Okay, so this is the meaning of this arm, going up and protecting our head. Okay, so again, from here, pull down, close the arm by bending underneath, rotate and lift up. Very nice. Okay, one more. From here, pulling down, rotate. We're closing the arms here. Rotate and lift up. All right, how's it feeling? You know what I really appreciate that I'm seeing from you? Your wrist is in line with your forearm. No one is doing this. This is beautiful. I love seeing this. This is so important, okay? It's beautiful. All right, so let's talk about how our left arm is moving with our right. We're gonna talk together for one moment, okay? So remember, we're pulling down. So what's gonna happen is our left arm is gonna rotate. Okay, so it's from here, it's gonna rotate. Yeah, so it's going from palm facing down, palm facing up. Okay, so see, they're gonna move together. Now from here, again, using our elbow and our shoulder, it's gonna come out. And from this point, it has to close. Okay, so if I turn, let's see, if I go this direction, it rotates and then comes down and closes. Nice. Okay, so if you watch the elbow, that's a big thing. So turn here, and then we can't just like go out like this, right? So it's elbow, rotating, and close. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so from here, we pull down, we rotate, and they close. So we get to here. Okay, good. So now that left arm is just gonna push down. So if you've been in the beginner class, we've been working on brush knee. This is similar. It's going to push down. And where does it end up? like it's sitting on a table, like bend in the arm, palm is seated on a table. Okay, so remember, we're not here. Okay, we're not here or here. We're right by our thigh. Like you're just kind of chilling. Okay. All right, so from here, turn this way. The palm rotates as we pull down. The arm rounds. Use your elbow. Close and push down. Okay, ready to put it together? Both arms. Rotate your left palm and pull down. Left arm comes out. Remember, we're closing. So nice closed shape here. Yes. Okay, your right arm's going to come on the outside and your left palm's going to push down. Yes. Okay, let's do it again. Raise hands. So pulling, close. This will be our step. And then right arm up, left arm down. How are we doing? Good? Yes. Yep, right at the side. So if I face this way, you just kind of see my little fingers wiggling from the side down here. Okay, that's all you would see from the side direction. Okay. Yes. And it's kind of like there's a big movement with the right arm, but the left arm doesn't move as much, right? So we kind of have to time that appropriately so everything arrives together. It's the same thing here, where our right arm is only doing this, but our left arm has to come down, out, and around, and then close. Okay? Kind of like testing our timing. Yes. Yep. Chest sinking in a little bit. So remember, we're not going to open too much. We're going to, yes. So as soon as we do this, the energy stops here and we want it to come down to here. Okay. All right. Any questions on the arms? All right. We're going to try. I'm going to face a little bit of a different direction. Okay. I'm going to face off direction a little bit. I want you to face directly to your camera. So you're starting at 12 o'clock where you would normally start. Okay. I'm doing this so that you can see the arm movements. Okay. So we're in raise hands and step forward. You're going to show pulling down as you shift your weight. We're going to close our arms and step. Now from here, we're going to turn and show that shoulder strike. Now we draw our foot in and then we touch to the 9 o'clock direction. White crane. Nice. Remember, empty stance. So all your weight back. Let's do it again. I'm going to go off one more time. Remember, you're starting at 12 and you're going to 9. Okay. I want you to be able to see the arm movement. So raise hands. Show pulling down as you shift your weight. Pick up your foot, step, and close your arms. Check your foot direction. Are they both to the corner? Same direction, because you're going to go to 9 o'clock. Shift your weight and then open the arms. Step to 9 o'clock, white crane. How did we do? Okay, I'm going to go the normal direction. Or is it more helpful to go to that kind of corner-ish? Doesn't matter. Okay. I know that it's hard sometimes when we can't see the arms, okay? So that's what I wanted to show you there, okay? So now that we kind of have it, normal direction, okay? Raise hands and step forward. Rotate your left palm, show pulling down. Rotate your arms, close and step. Shift your weight. Right arm moves on the outside The arms arrive, the foot touches, weight moves forward. Check in. Is your left palm sitting by your hip on a table? Right palm's overhead, palm facing forward and out. 30%. How? Not with leaning with our stance. Lean from your torso, from your hips. Nice. Okay, let's do it one more time. Raise hands. So pulling, left palm rotates up. Pull down, close the arms and step. Check your foot direction. Shift your weight. Right arm goes on the outside, 30% on the ball of your foot. White crane spreads its wings. All right. Any questions? All right. Let's practice the whole thing. Okay. So let's get that flow back, starting from prepare. Opening, rotate and lift. Upper arms, forearms, and then palms. Shift, rotate on your right heel. Right arm reaches out, left arm bends, step to 12 o'clock. Ward off left. Left arm points to 3, right palm seated on the table. Shift back and turn leg waist arms. Rotate both arms, close and step. Right arm hinges up, left palm presses down, ward off right. Rotate both arms, left palm faces up, right palm seated. Shift your weight back, turn from your waist, arms go to the other corner. Touching the center of your right forearm, we're going to expand up and out for press. Open up both arms, come back over a ball, sitting the palms up, and push using your legs. Single whip, flatten your arms. So pulling with the left arm first. Remember, turn your whole leg, waist, hips, everything. Press down. Relax on the ball of your left foot, picking up your heel. Make a hook. Step wide enough and strike. Raise hand, shift back and turn. Open up the hook. Touching with the heel, leaning into it, close the arms. All right, new movement, white crane. Rotate your left palm up, so pulling down. Shift your weight back. Close the arms and step. Check your right foot direction. Showing that shoulder strike. Right arm comes on the outside. Spread your wings, white crane. Remember, leaning forward, palms seated. Looks good. All right. Any questions? We're good, ready to train for the next few days until we get to class on Friday? All right. So this week, the videos are up. Make an opportunity to practice 5 minutes a day, okay? If you even just practice twice from prepare through white crane, I think that would be 5 minutes, okay? So I want that to be your mission for the next few days, to work on that. And then we'll keep adding on. And then eventually you're gonna have the whole first section to practice, which is just gonna be like, it's the basis of the whole form. And it's just such a beautiful thing to have to practice at any time. All right. Okay, I wanted to practice one more time. Do you guys want to practice one more time? All right, let's do it. I love it. Okay, let's do it one more time. All right, prepare. Opening. Let those arms float down. Check in with your breath. Shift left, turning to your right. Reach out. Remember, close the arms and step. Lifting the left arm, pressing down with the right palm. Ward off left. Shift back and turn, whole body. Rotate both arms, close and step. Ward off right. Roll back, turn in your waist, rotate your arms. Shift back and turn. Touch the whole center of your forearm. Expand out for press. Elbows down. Open up both arms. Come back, sitting up the palms. And push. Flatten the arms. Show pulling. Rotate as far as you can, pressing down. Relax your left foot, lifting your heel. Make a hook. Step wide enough and strike. Single whip. Shift back and turn. Open up the hook. Right hand stays a little bit higher. Stepping to 12 o'clock. Empty stance on the heel. Raise hands. Show pulling down. Close the arms and step. Right arm on the outside. Touching with the ball of the foot. White crane spreads its wings. All right. I'm glad we got to practice one more time, and thanks for sticking with me. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.